Hello and welcome to the Build Bear Workshop. My name is Pat Bear. I'm here to play something and not build a model kit. And I'm also here to hang out with all of you. And at this point, I'm going to throw the Bear Cave, the Lego, the site, the Tier 2 blue emote in chat. If you are currently a subscriber, you can reply with those emotes. If you are not yet a subscriber, I'm leaning forward. You can use other people's emotes. You can just say hi. If you feel like being a lurker and you don't want to say anything at all, you can just lurk. J-Train is here. Welcome, J-Train. Happy to have you here. It's a Tuesday where I don't do model kit building unless it's digital model kits. I don't physically build model kits or Lego sets or anything like that, or do jigsaw puzzles or anything. We play video games, or I talk about anime for over 2 hours. Vash is here. Welcome, Vash. Now, tonight, we got a little bit of a late start, so my apologies for that, but we're going to be checking out PowerWash Simulator 2. Now, we played the demo, but we want to get into the game. Before we get talking about that too much, I do want to say that we will be playing this every other month or so. I'll probably be playing a bit in between. I won't show every level in the game. When this game first came out, it was in early access, or the first version, 1, it was in early access, and so when there were new maps, I played through the new maps, and we did it like that. Now that the full game has been released, I'm not going to do it that way. I'm just going to show it one at a time. The game came out last weekend, and I was hoping that by today there would be a quick patch, and they would fix the borderless window. They won't have fixed that by the time I'm streaming this, which is now, unfortunately, which is a shame. It is my only note. The first 2 levels were in the demo. I played those here in this game and bought some gear. I have not bought all the equipment that I want. I do want the floor washing thing. So hopefully after the first job, I'll be able to get that so I can show that off. There are cats meowing because I am in the game in the room where there are cats. So I am going to go so let's switch over here to the game feed. I'm over here, and you can see that there are cats in this room because there's a home base in this game. So we can pet Squeak, and we can pet Bubbles, and we can pet Ulysses. Whoop. There's Ulysses. Great, we did it. I am currently blocking the quick look at the kind of the washer I am using and the crouch. And I'm only covering that up instead of the other side because the text messages or the group chats that you're in this game show up on the other side where I normally put myself. So I swap myself over. My apologies. Lord Crashin is here saying, hey, Pat, let's clean up these messes. Indeed. We will clean up some messes here. We've got some furniture because you can get furniture. I got these. You have to clean the furniture once you get it, which is great. I kind of like that. And you can recall these. I have not found this to be particularly engaging. We'll run down here. I just put this. I clean it. It's fine. I'm happy to clean. I couldn't get this couch to sit on this rug well or at all. And I couldn't get this couch to be against a wall at all. So that was annoying. Also, you can go outside. So eventually, maybe there'll be stuff we can put out here. And we got the power wash van, which we can't get into, and that's okay. But this is the area where you clean stuff that you have purchased or been gifted. And then we can go up here and click on the map for a job. And then you can also, if you want to replay missions, you can go here and free play. These are the 2 things we've done. We did the bathrooms, and we did the moving van. And then there's some other stuff around here. But yeah, eventually this will be full of missions. Little things. And we got a little family there. We'll wash that. You cannot spray the cats. It stops it. It does not want you to spray the cats with water, which is great because you don't want to do that by mistake. Campsite is our next job because I have done this, and it even says I did this. So it says if you want to go free play, you can. You can go over here and do free play if you want. If you want to do the van or you want to do the public facility, the bathrooms. But no, we want to do this job. So we'll go to this job. Let me know when you found the place. We already headed for home. Camping is definitely not for us. And a pair of boggy sprogs and one grubby hubby were in no mood to hang out. Know what I mean? Don't really know what else to say about it. Suppose the muck tells its own story, don't it? So we're going to clean a campsite. Let's do it. You can sell equipment. So if I was like, oh, they want to do this here. I bought all these extensions. If I start getting more powerful washers, I can just say no to this. But instead, I will just keep this for now. 2, we'll bring this up if I want to swap between different things. I've got the circle sprayer here, which I enjoy quite a bit. That's going to be helpful. And then I can swap between that and then this thing, which you can basically adjust. You can get narrow. This is kind of nice if you don't want to have to be swapping constantly. And then I have the foamer. Now, I did not use the foamer much in the first game, but this is on a recharge instead of you having to buy stuff, which is awesome. So instead, I can do this, foam this up, and then hit 2, and then even we'll do even the lightest spray, clean stuff up real quick and real nice. And we got a rock done. We already did a stepping stone. We're already doing so well. The other, I'm using. I like they made this a cooldown a lot. Yes, Vash. I think it being a cooldown instead of it costing money and then there being a limit, because originally there wasn't a limit of how many charges you could buy for it or canisters, and so people were like, "I'm running out of money." So instead, they just got rid of that, which is good, I think. I don't know if I love the part where if I want this or this or this, I have to hit a button instead of the scroll wheel. But maybe they felt like the scroll wheel here was just, there was just too much stuff added. I don't know why they did this, but I don't think I like it. Maybe I will be overwhelmed at some point and I will want this option will make more sense and I'll get used to it. I don't know. Speaking of getting used to it, I am using classic controls. I played a lot of PowerWash Simulator. I played so much PowerWash Simulator that, like, this is what I want to use. Like, this is what I want. I want the controls from the first game. And I'm getting used to the new things in it, but I still want to... I want to hit tab and see the dirt. I want to hit escape and get to this menu. Those are just things I want. We could jump back to home base at any point if we get tired of this stuff, but we're gonna clean everything we can clean. Is this outside or do we go inside? We don't go inside. Great. So we just have to do all of this, all of these things, the fire pit and stuff. This campsite is very dirty. They weren't wrong. The wood shed, I imagine. So it looks like we don't have to do insides of stuff. Unless it's a stage, unless it's got stages. In which case, then we will have to do it, but I don't think we do. All right, we'll get there, get there, get there. We're now at 3% of the job, which doesn't seem like a lot, but all we've done so far is some of the stones. So I'm just going to do all the stone we can see on this side, and then we'll come on this side and do the rest of them. Okay, and that's the last stone. We did all the stones. Let's do this. There is gear that I want to purchase. Once we get some money for doing this job, we'll be able to afford some stuff. I'll show it to you, I think, now. Yeah, we can go to the store. I want to... Not cosmetics. That's not what I wanted. Sorry. Store. I want this thing. The Swirl Force Surface Ace. It's great for using, like, the ground and stuff. You can do walls, but I would much rather do that. I do like the items payout as you finish them versus having to do all of an item type to get paid. Yes, Lord Crashington, I agree. So right now I am saving up for $500. Now I could sell some of this stuff, but I'm going to keep all of it. Now when I get a better version of the Prime Vista, when I start upgrading to this Prime Vista here, then I will start selling off the old Prime Vista stuff because I won't need it. And maybe I will want the urban, but right now I think I'm sticking with Prime Vista. But I do want the Surface Ace. I do want that. We'll see. And maybe somebody will be like, oh, Pat, you want to upgrade to the urban stuff. You don't want to use the Prime Vista stuff. It's a waste of your time and energy or something. Maybe people will let me know. I don't know. But right now, I think it's okay to go with what I'm going with. Hit the tab button. Got to find what on this we're... There it is. We got it. All right. We got all that done. We'll do all the little stuff here. Clean this here. Just go around. Clean all of this. I mean, this is the game, right? Once again, I bet this is going to be a phenomenal podcast game. I look forward to finishing submissions. When I did the missions that are also... the jobs that are also in the demo, which I had already done, obviously, and just wanted to get through... I did have a video in another window on another monitor going as a way to just kind of like hang out and watch something. And that was nice. Got caught up on a video podcast. We'll get let's see. Yeah, we'll smooth this down here. We'll just try to do all of the surface that we can reach easy, and then we'll go in and use the tab button to find out where we're missing stuff here. We'll swap to that. There we go. We got all that done. So now we just need the actual telescope itself. Wash all that. And then come on this side. There, we got to go over here. Oh, we can spray it so much that it moves a little bit. I like that a lot. If I do... No, let's do this one. Can I get it to move? I can get it to move. That's neat. That is unnecessary and neat. Ooh, also, I don't think we've gotten on the tall step ladder. We've used the ladders you put against a wall, but not the freestanding ladders. That's pretty good. See, this is where it would be really nice to have the floor cleaner. So maybe we'll try to do other stuff first and then get the floor cleaner to go up here. But we can also do the very my usual method here of the walking. But yeah, it's not great to walk on this because it's curved. We can always do this method here. Got stereo audio here, so like sometimes you only hear it in one ear, which is pretty nice. That's a nice little feature. I don't think it's necessary, but I think it's nice. Yeah, we can kind of do the roof without having to climb down there, so that's pretty good. Without having to use the floor thing, but... clean it out like that. Whenever possible, I am still going to parkour onto things instead of relying on ladders, because that's how I did it in the first game, and I think that's far superior to any other method. That's the superior method, is just climbing on stuff, hopping onto things, breaking all laws of physics. And then, when you get the animated GIF or the little movie at the end of you cleaning, it shows you just, like, not really standing on things, but still making it happen, which I think is the way to go. Alright, let's see if we can finish this thing off here. Cabin roof ridge. I thought I'd gotten all of it, but I guess I haven't. Oh, there's some muck there, so let's hit it with the soap, and then clean it off there, and then we'll hit tab. We got all of it. Well, we missed a little bit there. Yeah. That's helpful. Okay. And then let's do that again. And then we'll hit clean it all off. The foam stuff is so nice. Now, this might be hard to get without using a ladder, but you know what? Like I said, we're going to try. Might have to get down in here and then just kind of wiggle around a little. Okay. With that, and then... Oh, because we can do... Yeah. Do that there. Just kind of clean it all up. That worked well, and then we'll hit tab to see that we got it all. Great. Then we come over here. Whoop, we fall off. Yeah, I was expecting us to fall off there, but the angle wasn't good. So then we'll do this. Then we'll hit that there. Because we got this moss, and so we might as well just spray it with the foam. And then just clean it all off. There we go, we got that done. And we got that done. Great. And while we're here, it'll probably be easier to just... Well, we can just... foam this up. But yeah, I'm definitely using the foam a lot more than I ever did in the previous game. Oh, let's see, we don't need this there. So, there we go. And I can even just do that, and then we'll hit that there. Oh, there's an owl in my right ear, but not my left ear. There we go. Oh, we're getting a text message coming in. Camping is just something else, huh? It's almost like you're living in some lawless wilderness. Sure. Take this morning, for example. I thought I'd make use of pots for delicious porridge to eat after a mushroom picking in the woods. Okay. Then we'll have to wait to see what happened with that. What came with that. They're taking their time replying to our text. Or we're making another text. But you can see now the text is where I would like to be, so we have to move me over to this side so that we can then see the text. Alright, we'll do this one here. We'll do that. There. Clean that up nice and fast. Looks so good. Okay, I've got that done. Go down here. Clean there. Oh, gotta go nice and slow across this. There we go, got that done. Cool, cool, cool. Clean that there. Might be time for this. Why not? Just makes things easier. Alright, got that cleaned. Clean the top of that there. That's nice. This is the old method before we had the free aim. This is how I used to clean lots of stuff with just the pick a direction and walk. Whoops, I hit the wrong button there. It's okay. We're gonna clean there. Do 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 do. Done there. All right. This is a big enough stage that we get to do one of my favorite methods, which is just clean a thing until you get bored, and then you go somewhere else and clean more over there. Yeah. Like, oh well, I can't figure out what little minute speck of dirt I'm missing on this. Time to move on to something else. We'll find it somewhere else. Down here, clean the bottom of this. All right. We'll do the old walk and clean. There's a shadow, so it's kind of hard to see what I missed, but I can hit the tab button and it'll tell me, like, oh, I definitely missed some stuff there. I was walking too fast, probably. So instead, oops, probably better to just do this. So just do it like that. Here. Oh, there's more. But when we got back from our walk, all our porridge had been eaten. Even though hubby likes his stone cold, and I like mine boiling hot. To be fair, our kids' porridge was there for the taking. As they're somewhere in the middle. So we're just doing Goldilocks. This person who's texting us is just discovering Goldilocks. And the three bears. Okay. Sure. Whatever. Sure. Oh, not close enough for this to work. Let's get in there. Get this foamy, and then get this washed. And then we'll climb up there. F. Oops. F. Jump. Whoop. Didn't work. There we go. Spray. Okay, we got all that side done. And then we'll clean that. Clean this here. Oh yeah, we can do the... Nice and easy. Get it all kinds of foamed up. Okay. Oh, we're almost halfway done with the wash, the job, so that's good. We'll do this here and this here. I think good sound effects throughout. I've been very happy with the sound effects throughout this whole thing, so it's always nice. Okay. We'll do this side too. Let's move this over there. Oh, that's all set there? Okay, so just gotta do the front and the back. Okay. Oh, that's done there. We get the bowl done. Nope. There's the bowls done there. Good, good, good. I do miss, I will say, I do very much miss the tri-sprayer. I miss the 3-prong thing you got for completing all of the main levels in the previous game. That thing was just so overpowered and great that it really made all the DLC. They had to keep it for people using it on the DLC. Some of them, because it was just too overpowered and too good. But I do miss it. I think it was awesome. Looks like we're probably going to have to get on a ladder to get some of this stuff done here, which is fine. Okay, we got that arch done. This trim is not done. I'm going to hit tab, trying to figure out why this cabin roof trim is done. This one's done. The overhang isn't, obviously, but there it is. Got what I needed there. All right, let's go over here. That'll be enough. Yeah, and then we'll just do... God, remember when... Some of y'all might not remember this from the first game when it was in early access. The right mouse button, so you just continually sprayed, was not in the original version of the early access. And so you just had to hold down a button, the mouse, and that was a game changer when that suddenly became a thing you could do. That really did make things a lot easier. All right, and oops, wrong button. Okay, 58%. What's our money like? Our money's $200. We are on our way to the 500 we need. Let's just do this one. Let's see. All right, we're gonna have to do... Go. Foam this up here. Okay, got that cleaned. Tell y'all something else that's weird about camping. Out here, everyone has legs, even the logs. Okay, I'm sure we'll find out what that means. I assume it means that they used all the firewood up and it feels like it ran away. I assume that's what or they ran into something that they thought was firewood, but it was an animal. I don't know. We'll find out what they mean by that. But that's an odd thing to say. Somebody stole them, I assume. Yes, they walked away because they got legs, you know? Like the porridge, indeed. Alright, so now we go to this. Wash it all off. Clean this all off there. Oops, I missed, oops, wrong button there. C. Okay. Oh, clean both those, cleaned all that. Shed door. All right, now all we've got to do is the top of the shed. Can we get up there by jumping? Nope. Can we jump on this, then make the leap? We can! Who needs a ladder? Not me. All right, we should foam this. Yeah, let's just foam all this stuff here. It'll come off way faster. Go. All right, we did 66% of the job. We're going to hit E to see cooler box handle, cooler lid, one of the lanterns we haven't done yet, the log benches. So I don't know which lantern we haven't done. I know that's the cooler. There's one, oh, there's a lantern we haven't done yet. We'll just do this. Get these lanterns done here. There we go. We finished all the lanterns. Let's do the cooler box. Oh, I guess we can take that down to there. Okay, that's the lid. And handle. And... okay, we did all that. All I think we have left is this part of the job. Let me just check here. Yeah. Oh, yeah, this thing. We should foam this up here. Yeah, we'll definitely get through, obviously, one job on this stream, and then we'll at least get into the second job if we don't finish the second job, depending on how busy it is. But hopefully it'll be like a vehicle, so we can get a sense of that as well on the stream. But, yeah. If you do not enjoy, you're here, but if you do not enjoy PowerWash Simulator streams, this is probably going to be at least once, not at least once, but definitely once a month on my streams. I will definitely find that, especially as I'm waiting for, you know, new games to come out or whatever, which will be a while before some stuff. Although, I guess we're probably playing Jackbox Party Pack 11 next week. I still have to check in on that. No promises yet, but that's what I'm thinking we'll be doing because we play new Jackbox games on this channel. That's the thing. Even if my viewership has, you know, reduced a bit over the years, like if I do enough, like, hey, I'm playing this and I want to make sure people come, then we'll definitely get enough people for some games on a Tuesday. So I think it'll be good, but I'll certainly give people notice on that. But I think it probably next Tuesday we'll play it since it's out, and I kind of want to play it while, you know, it's still pretty new. But we'll see. Maybe we won't, but I think we will. Okay, is that everything for that? Let me hit tab to look at it. I think so. Let me hit C, R. Log benches, fire pit. Okay, so this is the jobs we have left here is we're going to hide clean. Log benches, stuff in the cabin. There's some stuff in the cabin apparently we didn't do all of. And the shed. There's shed door hinges. Let's do the shed door hinges. So there's some stuff in this cabin we haven't done apparently. Oh yeah, we didn't do that. And we didn't do that one. Okay, so that's all the shed. Oh, I hit the wrong button there. E. cabin. All right, it's going to show me where's stuff on the cabin that we haven't cleaned yet. I haven't cleaned there. Okay. Okay, that's good. We haven't done... Oh, is it something up here? Oh, we have to clean that. Okay. Oh, I didn't do the back of this. Dang. Okay, well, hey. Turns out there's parts of the cabin I didn't do. As you may be able to see. Pretty obviously, I just didn't do the back of this cabin. I thought I had, and I guess I hadn't. So, joke's on me. I done goofed. Being able to click on a category as opposed to just individual ones is pretty great, because now it's just going to go from thing to thing under the category of cabin and highlight it with the target there, and then I'll know, okay, these are all things I need to do here. Let's do this. And that's very helpful. Just have that guide. All right, then. There. And you don't have to use it if this feels like too much. I might have to leave after that blunder. Lore crashing it, I'll understand if you got to go. I get it. But hopefully you'll stick around. All right. So this pipe, got to do that. We did the pipe. Okay. So what else did we not do? We'll just hit E here. The cabin roof ridge is the only part of the cabin I haven't done. It's 99% done. So let's see if I can get onto up here and figure out what the cabin roof ridge is. It's this thing. Oh, okay. There we go. We have done every part of the cabin. And so all we have left is the log benches and the stuff around the fire pit and the fire pit. And if we hit R again, we can see all the stuff we did do already. And that's all that's left. Okay, so let's do all this here. Let's we'll try this thing out. Clean one of these log benches here. We'll do. Oops. I don't need to be this. There, I can do that. Great. One of the log benches is done. We'll do the other log bench here. These things are obviously covered in filth because they were at the fire pit, which like makes total sense. Sometimes stuff in this game is like dirty in a way that I'm like, what happened here? This is just neglect, but like this is understandable. These are log benches around a campfire. Like of course they're not clean. They're not fresh and clean. I should be drinking more water. I should not just be spraying water, I should be drinking water. Obviously. So yeah, next month we'll try Jackbox out. There will be a Hearthstone stream because there's a new expansion. And I'm going to probably, wait. That's coming out. I could do that next Tuesday because that's when the new expansion comes out. But I'm actually going to wait a little bit because I want to have decks that I think are fun, not just new decks that I have. New decks that I think are neat. So I want to give it a little bit of time before we dive into that. But we will dive into it. Don't you worry about it. We'll get into that. And then, yeah, I don't know. We'll do that and... definitely another stream of this, And then a fourth thing. But, you know, a WWE 2K25 stream, perhaps. And I think I've made a decision that that's going to be the last, not the last time I play WWE 2K25, but I think it's the last time I buy a WWE 2K20X game, at least on release. I don't think I'm going to buy 26. One, my computer doesn't love those games. They're not particularly optimized. And two, one of the other reasons is I think it's a fun creative endeavor for me, but it's just, I don't know. It doesn't really speak to me right now. I think I've played them enough. They're expensive. They don't run particularly well, and now because they're not particularly optimized and my computer doesn't love them, I have to do all the matches ahead of time and record them, and I can't do it live. And I'm like, that's not interesting to me. And also, the PC is not where the people who make Creator Wrestlers go. There are people that do Creator Wrestlers for the PC, but the console versions are all connected because the island thing is only on console and it's not on the PC. So the PC version doesn't have all of the coolest Creator Wrestler or the weirdest. It's kind of lacking. And then they also changed how you search for those, and I can't search by newest added. I have to search by like most popular, which I don't want the ones that are most popular. I want the weird ones that people would go, why would I download that? That's what I want. I want nightmare fuel and weird. And sometimes, I mean, honestly, sometimes I do want cool, like an interesting idea. But particularly the people that are doing the, like, get the E out, that are doing the as accurate as possible wrestlers, those folks are not on the PC. They are on PS5 or Xbox. And so that's very limiting. So I think I will at least take 26 off. Maybe 2K26 will go on sale cheap enough next year, and I'll buy it like towards the end of the year, and we'll just check it out there. I might do that. I did that with, I think, 2K22 maybe. I bought that pretty late in the year, and then we got 23 and 24 and 25 like when it came out. So I don't know. I'm not 100% on that yet. Like, February may come around and I might pre-order the next one, you know, but I think I'm good. All right. I think we got that. We got to do this outside here, and then we got to do the inside the fire pit. So let's do the outside here. Outer trim. We're just hitting tab and looking for outer trim pieces that need cleaning here. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go, got that done. All right, and we got to do the under lip of the fire pit. So we'll do that. We did that. That was good. And then, all right, we're down to just a few jobs. So now it's telling me, hey, these are the jobs you have to do if you want to get paid, which I do want to get paid. But we will do at some point, even though I said we were going to do it this month, and then I got a code for Battle Aces, and so not only did I get a code for Battle Aces, Battle Suit Aces, I should say, which I'm still playing occasionally, and I still really enjoy. I don't think I'm going to stream it again because I'm not. The card battling has gotten hard, and I am occasionally very frustrated. I have sessions that don't go well at all, so I'm probably not going to stream myself. Just fucking so angry at it. Probably. Okay, so let's see here. But I am still playing it. And I am still liking it, so who knows? I might stream it again, but anyway, that game came out this month, and then PowerWash Simulator came out. So my original plan at one point was to do a spooky, like, only weird characters run of game matches, I should say, in WWE 2K25. And then this game launched, and it was like, well, there goes that. I'd much rather do this than 2K25. the prep for that is just a lot, as I said. All right. I think all we have left is the fire pit hook. Oh, no, then the kettle here. And then the fire pit capstone is the only thing we have left. And it's this piece here. Okay. It's one of these capstones. It's this one. We did it. We finished our first job here on stream, and it was a long job. We got new items available in the shop. You can see me climbing on the roof. All over the place, climbing up stuff, doing my thing. That was me in the back, which we couldn't see. And we're done. So let's go to the home base. Go to the home base. We're back in our home base. We have things that we got new jobs. We can, let's see, there's furniture we can buy, I think, and then we can place the furniture. Let's do that. Or we can look at it at least, because I only have, well, I have 275p, and then I have $885, which are different things. And I'm glad they split that up, I should say. I'm very glad they split that up. Oh, yeah, there's van cosmetics we can buy, which we will at some point, I guess, but I need equipment before I do that. So let's go in here. So we can buy equipment now because we have the 885. We're going to buy this thing, and we're going to buy this, and the extension. We have spent all our money on this thing, but it'll be worth it. Can we buy any of this stuff? No, we only have $85. We bought everything for there. Now we're saving up for the other Prime Vista, which, you know, that's $1,000. So we're going to need a bunch of money in order to do that, but we will get that at some point. And then, so that, go back to the shop here. Furniture catalog. We've got 270p, so we could buy a different rug. And we could buy this whimsical lamp, which we're going to buy the lamp. And I'll show you how that works out. So now we go down here to E, and we click on the lamp. And now we have to clean it. Before we can, because we bought it dirty, apparently. We bought it gross, and then so we have to clean the thing. So then we can display it. So we don't make any money doing this, but it's just part of it. Just part of the whole thing. So we got to clean this whole thing up here. We'll switch to this thing. And this item is not good for showing off the new thing that I... they also limit replays of stages to give you the P money. That's probably smart, because that is certainly a way to game the system. They figured that out without having to you know, have it be in early access. I think that's probably smart to do. Just foam everything. All right, then. We don't... Whoop. We're 94% of this clean. Oh yeah, we gotta clean over here. We'll climb the ladder here and take a look at what we gotta do. What else we gotta do here? Well, come on. Let me get near it. No, can't put that there. Okay, I could put it here. All right, fine. There we go. The item has been cleaned, so we can pick it up. And we'll just place it there. And we'll just place it there. We'll just place it here. Nope, can't put it there. Why can't you put it there? No idea. They don't tell me. But I can put it there for some reason. Okay. I wanted to show that, but I'm not going to be buying things and cleaning them probably, because I really don't fucking care. Placed furniture limit 2%. It's like, okay. Oh yeah, we exit that. All right, so we have a new job. Art Deco house. We're gonna clean this Art Deco house. So that sounds good. This is the Trilobite Lodge. Apologies for how filthy it is. I just got back from a dig in Alaska to find the house looking like this, and my other half, Karen, apparently vanished into thin air. Ooh. Wouldn't be the first time whenever she gets a whiff of anything interesting, that's her gone for months. Oh, that's less exciting. I'm going to lean back a little bit. All right. So now let's show the new equipment that we got here. We switch over to this thing. Then we get the bigger version. Hold one. Oh yeah, okay. So you can do that if you want to switch between them. See it there. I'm cleaning the floors, everybody. She's a jerk. Yes, she seems to be a jerk. You can do the walls with this thing, which I don't think I'm going to be doing a lot of, but this thing works pretty damn cool on the floors. I want to see here. So it does is just bigger. This thing's pretty neat. Especially when you're lined up right with it. I probably should have mentioned the house is directly underneath the beam's path and this firing line for something or other. Oh, the beam. The sky beam, yeah. This thing is weird. It's a little weird to control, but like when you get a good got a good spot on it, it's pretty great. And then you don't do the corners with it. Is this better than just blasting it with? I don't know. I think it is better. It does cut through some stuff pretty fast. I think it works pretty great. I could see when you get some extensions on it, it being pretty rad. Because let's see, if I take the extension out. Okay, yeah. That's pretty great. Because now it really... Yeah. With the proper extension, I think this just works better than some other methods. We just kind of clean this path real fast. Oh, we got our staging here, our scaffolding, so that's good. Yeah, so if you come up here, it does kind of like move to the walls, and you can kind of use it on the walls, but you can't go really fast with it. That, I think, is the biggest issue with this, is you can't really go too fast with it, but it's pretty neat, and I think this is a fun addition to the game, and it's the second game, so you want to be playing with some new stuff, and I think so. Like, even if I don't stick with using this over just the other washers, it's kind of cool. And so I did want to buy it to show it on stream. So I'm glad I did purchase it. Even if I don't see myself using it on every job. Like, obviously, vehicles, it wouldn't really make much sense unless there's, like, a roof of a vehicle. But for this stuff, pretty good. Pretty good at getting that stuff pretty fast. Comparatively, if we switch to this... Oops. Like, this works just fine. This gets the job done. But I think that this is cooler. Oh yeah, I do have an urban one. I just don't use it. I don't know. Maybe I should be using the other power washer instead of the Vista, but I think the Vista is good. I haven't been using it. Yeah, so you can do this. You can do surfaces, the other surfaces, but I kind of just like doing the ground with it. I think it's good for that. Let's just cut through the... Because you can move pretty fast with this. You can do pretty good. Pretty good job. Going over stuff with it. And then we'll just swap to this here. And probably swap to this. Yeah. And then just hit the C, and then just kind of walk it. We'll do the trim this way. My old standby method of cleaning like this is just to walk it. This is still going to be easier than doing anything else, I think. I think this is just going to be the easiest way to do this trim here. Well, personally, I love the beam's gentle hum, but it drove Kara into distraction. Actually, maybe that's why she's not here. Yeah, dude, maybe being underneath the beam made her want to not be here, perhaps. Good deduction, my guy. Or maybe it's the fact that you disappear all the time. Maybe that finally got to her. She's tired of you being gone for so long, all the time. Needed you present. But she should voice those concerns instead of just leaving. So, you know, it's not like I'm saying that she's not at fault. But maybe the fault doesn't solely lie with her. Could be. I don't know. I don't have a lot of facts about this. All right, so let's clean this here. We'll just go this way here. Pat victim blamer bear. No, I'm not trying to victim blame. I'm merely saying I don't have all the information. I mean, look, if she's like fed up, then yeah, I understand, but she should also probably communicate. But maybe she was communicating and he's not listening. Maybe him disappearing all the time means that he's not actively participating in their relationship. He's, you know, it's very hard when you feel like you're, even if you are being hurt, when you feel like you're not being hurt, that's a rough one, right? So perhaps that's it. I didn't really do a good job with this one, looks like. So let's get a little bit more of this floor clean here. Oh yeah, I really didn't do this much at all. So let's get this up some and then we can finish her off. Clean this over here. Yeah, you can't really run with this one, which is fine. But it's okay, you can't. But we can get like a lot of this up here and then just kind of finish her off there. Yeah. A lot of the floor stuff done. Good. A lot of this path done. All right. It's a lot of that, and then what we want to do with this here. There was discussion on a Discord I'm on that this game really needs like music, and I was like, I mean, I understand the thought of that like maybe that for some people they would want like tunes, like maybe like a radio you could place by part of the job, and then you could have like some music playing. And I was like, oh, I kind of like that idea. But then I was like, well, then I would probably just mute that because that, you know, I would often be probably playing podcasts while this game is going, you know, while I'm playing it. So I don't know if I would actually want that. Like, so I don't know. I'm probably not going to use the floor cleaner thing on any of this. I might do it when I get up there and we can actually see here. Whoop. I forgot about that. That is incredible. At least need some music integration, says G-Train. Yeah, that you know, like Spotify or whatever. I forgot about this. They put a ladder at the outside, so you don't have to climb up. You can just climb up the outside. That's really nice if you want to get to the top. Oh yeah, so didn't make it, but I made it to the stage. Yeah, this is a big job, so I probably won't finish this job on this stream, but But yeah, so the floor cleaner here will be helpful for a lot of these levels. Oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff over there. That is the best part of scaffolding. Yes, the new best part. Also, there's this, and I haven't even talked about this yet. I have not used this yet. We're going to use it now. We got a fucking scissor lift, my friends. Scissor lift! And it goes pretty far. We got a fucking scissor lift now. Which is awesome. So yeah, now we can get... That's really nice. I like that a lot. I wish... Lord Crashton wishes that you could maneuver it while it was up instead of placing it. Yeah, that makes sense. I understand what you're coming from there. Lord Crashton, and that would be nice. All right, so to get up here, we're going to need to parkour to get up there later. I don't think we can parkour from anything around here. Or bring a ladder up with us or something. Can I pick up that ladder enough to put it like there? Yeah. Where did I put it? I don't know where I put it. Oh, I can't actually get... Oh, I put it there. Okay. Well, we'll put it here. Oops, no. I want it there. There we go. This is what I want. So now we can get... Whoops. Bug. Fossil decoration. I don't know if I love that. Now we're at the very top. And so we can go here and we can use this thing. We'll hit this. Make it extended. And then hit this to make it the big one. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. This is going to be very helpful. Because this really does eat through this gunk faster than I would be otherwise. And yes, it's missing some stuff, but we can quickly go and get that. And then once you hit the percentage of the roof enough, it'll be fine. But this is probably just a roof segment, not the whole roof here. But we can still... And also, some of it is spraying down as we go through it, which is nice because we're helping future us. But yeah, this is why I wanted this before we took on this job. I knew that I needed that for this because there would be a lot of surfaces where this thing would be very good. But this is a big-ass job, right? Like, this is going to take a little while. We're not going to finish this tonight, and I'll definitely be doing this on my own while I'm listening to some podcasts or playing some music. Or whatever. But I'll definitely be doing stuff. And like I said, you can do this, but I don't really like using it on walls. I prefer using it on floors. But yeah, now this is different from that. Oh, is this part of the roof here? Okay, so this is considered part of the roof. So we can do this if we wanted to. And just kind of do some of it there. Got a lot of that done like that. And go along there. Clean that as well. And that does help some. And then we can switch to... I should actually switch to this. And switch to that. Yeah, like that. Yeah. And then I can just go in and do this part here and kind of just clean it up by doing the strafe. Clean it up as I go. Here. We'll just kind of do like that. And eventually we'll get enough of the percentage that they go, oh, you're good. You don't have to keep doing this roof. We think that's enough. Because then I can just go like this, along here. And I probably have to do this part of the roof as well. Like that. Yep, there we go. Well, we've done enough of that roof that they were like, you're good. A new job is available. So we can do that. Vash is like the scissor lift you can raise up and down. Yes, we did ride that. All right. We got a vehicle to clean. So I think we're probably going to switch the vehicle because I bet we can finish the vehicle in the next 45 minutes or so. And that'll be nice so we can see what a vehicle looks like because we have not cleaned a vehicle on one of these. And then I'll have this giant-ass job to do. So if we go home here, we can go start washing. And we can do the dog car. They seem to be pretty consistently opening up new jobs without having to finish the job first. That's great. Love that. So this isn't going to give us a lot of money, but it is a cute little thing. So let's go try the dog car. And like I said, we haven't done a vehicle on the stream yet, so we'll do a vehicle. All right, here's our vehicle. We just got a little step stool to get on there. Oh, and a taller step stool. And we're doing it at work. Can we go inside? No, we cannot go inside. We can't hit this, though. Get out of here. Gnome. All right, let's clean the dog car. First thing we're going to do is go to this. And we're just going to hose down a segment here. Just get all that going there. And then we'll then go from that to... Actually, let's do... Clean that up there. Don't mind him. He can't bark or bite. I suppose he could run you over, though. So be gentle with him. Lols. Lols. Alright. Wing mirror. Not done. What part of the wing mirror needs to get done here? Wing mirror. Alright, we'll just clean a bunch of stuff here. We're getting texts. Don't forget to wash behind the ears. He loves that. Alright, I understand. You're just going to treat this car like a dog. Okay. I get it. This car's a dog. Yeah. Okay, and then wash her off. Nice and clean here. Somehow the tires end up just as filthy as everything else. And it's like, okay, sure. Whatever. All right. Hey, I'll tell you right now, this film's going to break all records. Okay. Sure. But don't worry, I won't spoil it for you. Thank you. Do not spoil this movie. I'd be very bummed if I got this movie spoiled. I'd be pissed. That dog's car name. Cardigan. Gets in a series of scrapes. Yeah, you would expect that. It all starts with an epic car chase involving a monster truck that looks like a cat. Hell yeah. Actually, you know what? Honestly, that sounds fucking rad. I'm going to read the rest of that. Oh no, that was a classic. What? It doesn't tell me the rest of it. I missed it. Because I was like, hey, that's rad. Okay, we're getting more text. Then he digs up a bone, but it's not any bone. Okay. What kind of bone is it? Does it involve the president? It's a bone of evil time travel where they got stuck in the distant past and became really angry about it. Yeah, man. Hell yeah. I hear that. No way to read past messages yet. That seems like a fucking oversight. If I'm going to be real with you. That feels like a thing that in early access people would immediately be like, hey, how come I can't read messages if I, like, looked away for a second? Time Traveler's Bone wants to get Esser's car so it can be reunited with its consciousness, but Cardigan just wants to gnaw away at it. Hell yeah. Okay. I mean, we're getting the whole fucking plot of this movie, but it does sound pretty rad. A monster truck that looks like a cat, and then an evil time traveler who just seems to actually be evil because they don't like the idea of time traveling. They got forced to time travel and they're mad about it. All that sounds pretty good. The whole film ends with 3 different cars chasing each other off the cliffs at Fallis. That seems like a spoiler. Possibly the greatest cinematic climax in cinematic history. That feels like a spoiler, my guy. You said no spoilers. Tell me there's a big car chase at the end. I don't need to know that. %78 done on this job. We're doing it. We're getting a lot of fucking texts. The cars are going to be write-offs. Oh, yeah? So we better get that one right first time or else, lols. Okay. Get a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff. Feels like when we worked on the Back to the Future movies in that paid DLC. The first game. That I guess is probably non-canon, because we're not this person. I'm going to assume we're not this person. All right. So we can get this door cleaned here in the ears. What we gotta do? Oh, we gotta do this here. Okay. You do that. Right here. Oh, this thing. Okay. Nothing up. Oh. Yeah, we haven't really done down here at all. Really, other than what we got from just being around. Yeah, I guess we gotta crawl around and clean some stuff while we're down here. Yeah, while we're here. Let's do this here. Nice. Okay, and then let's see if we can get this tire cleaned. We did. We cleaned that tire. What about this tire? Okay. Well, you haven't even gotten the hubcap cleaned. I think we're going to have to spray it, hose it down, and then get that there. Get this tires. Alright, I think we have done... Oh, now it's down to just telling us. Door, window frame, and ear. One of these ears. Okay, we did an ear. We got a door, window frame, and we got the other ear. So it's one of these door, window frames. This one here. Okay, so it's just this ear. We did it! Ooh, vroom! Job complete, exit to finish. It's nice to complete 2 jobs on the stream, and then we'll go back to the other job, because we got to do the other job. But yeah. We'll go to the home base here. We have some money. We have some P for stuff. Let's go shopping. We have $315. We could buy another extension for the Swirl Force, which I'm feeling pretty good about. And our next purchase that we want is this Vista, so we need $1,000 for that. So let's get this. Let's just get another extension for the swirl force, because that'll just help things out. And then the larger head would be nice. But we don't have $400 for that. But we could save up for it. We do have plenty of P. So we can go to furniture catalog and see if there's any furniture we want to buy. Buy a futuristic side table, futuristic rug. Don't have enough P for a rustic shelf. Let's buy this. Then we got to go down and clean it. Oh, wrong way. First off, yeah, we got to pet you. Oh, what's wrong? Can I pet you? Come over here. I'll pet you. There we go. Pet Ulysses. Get down in here. E? Yes. This thing. Haha. Just stand here and clean this thing. That was pretty fast, at least the top of it. Then... No, I want to do that. Do this. Spray the whole thing. Oh, we gotta do the inside. I don't even know how to do the inside of this fucking thing. Clean all this that I can see and reach. Then... take all the attachments off. Or the extensions off. And just hose down what I can see. Hose this all down here. We're already at 78%. We're making good progress on this thing. I'm doing all this here. Just cover it. And then hose it all off. I don't think in this place I should be hearing the cats all the way upstairs and in the back while I'm in this room. I think that is unnecessary ambient noise. I don't mind cats at all, of course, but I don't think I need to hear them here in this context. That's just my opinion. Oh, I'm missing all this in here, huh? Oh, there we go. So now we can pick this up and we can put it somewhere on this floor. Can I put it here? Will you let me put it on top of the rug? No. You won't. Will you let me put it against here, the wall? Yes. You will let me do it awkwardly against the wall. So sure. Alright, and then start washing. Art Deco. Continue job. Drink more water. All right, we'll get back into this job here, and let's run the scissor lift again. All the way up. We can reach. Oh, fell down there in a way I don't like. Okay, yeah, so we can put it like there, then jump down onto it, and then raise her up. And whoop, didn't make the jump. My poor coring is not going well. So instead we'll take this over here. There, and then climb all the way up. Oh, well, we're on here. Fine, we'll just do around here. Just kind of go do whatever here. Obviously, this is going to be a big job that is going to require a lot of effort, but we can do some of it here, and then I will do the rest of it on my own. And the next time I stream this game, it'll be farther along, and I will have some other jobs to show you. But I won't do too, at the very least, like, I'll finish this job off stream and maybe like some other thing that I can show you, like, hey, here's me in free play doing this stage that I did before. But I'm not gonna like do. Oh yeah, this does do pretty okay on that stuff here. But yeah, I'm not gonna do like too many jobs on my own. I don't think, because I like doing it on stream. You just started a $2,000 job. All right, that's probably pretty intense, but it'll be good because then you have the money to buy stuff. We did it. Parkour. Around here. Hey, I've already done 25% of this job. So that's good. Oop, I went too fast there. Yeah, so we'll just do this here for a bit. But yeah, I'll be checking in. There's nothing else for this game this year. I thought maybe they would do a Christmas thing, but apparently they're not. So then next year, there will be some free jobs and some paid DLC, which is good. And I'm certainly gonna purchase that. I did not get this game for free. If I had gotten this game for free, you would be hearing about it from me. I would have been including that. Did not get this for free. I did try to. Did apply for it. Did not get accepted. For coverage purposes, which is a shame. I wish I had because, you know, make the life a little easier. But that's fine. I paid for it. Did what I had to do. Made it happen. Much rather, you know. Not all of the paid DLC, but some of it I did apply for codes and never received them. I just don't think I'm big enough to warrant it, which is all right. It's fine. It's okay. You unfortunately supported the devs. Hey, that's the thing, right? Like, yes, I bought the previous game and I bought all the DLC. And they don't owe me anything. But, wait, where's the beam gone? Oh yeah, where'd the beam go? The beam did go. I didn't even hear it. Hey, something changed. Me cleaning this sent the beam away? I don't know. What's the beam keeping? Wasn't the beam keeping the volcano in check? Uh-oh, storyline stuff. We got some storyline shenanigans here, I assume. We'll find out soon. I'm sure this has implications. But yeah, anyway, I cleaned the building in the wrong order. Yeah, sure. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I mean, like, they don't owe me anything, but it would have been nice to, because I am going to play this a lot, and I am contributing to promotion for the game, right? Anytime I stream a game, I am doing positive or negative promotion, you know, because I have a number of people that will watch my streams or at the very least will watch the VODs, both here on Twitch and on YouTube. And I, you know, promote my streams, so I'm promoting the game. Does that mean, you know, anything to anybody? I don't know, but I've certainly sold a few copies of the first game. I'm well aware that I've sold a couple copies of that first game, so And I'm sure there'll be a few people watching me do this that'll be like, oh, shit, there's new, it came out. We fell, so now we're gonna try to parkour our way back up here. Hell yeah. %33 of the job. Hell yeah. Got that done. Let's do some foam. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. But when applicable, I will be, you know, trying to get codes for things so I can stream those things easier. Because I am not made of money. And one thing I have said, I haven't said this in a while. I guess I should say this. Any game that is purchased for me to play on the stream is my own money, and it's never your money. It's never Patreon or sub money. I made that decision, I think, years ago because I still consider these to be bonus streams. And so because these are bonus streams and not part of my usual thing, hey, Lysandus, welcome. Because these are bonus streams and not part of my usual, modus operandi, I pay for every game that's coming in or their codes. But the money never comes out of Patreon or Twitch funds. The Twitch funds go to model kits and Lego sets and the like, and equipment. And sometimes that equipment does help with the streams, these kind of streams, certainly. But the idea is that bonus streams don't count for that stuff. The only exception to that is that, like, equipment has been, like, my... I'm not using it for this, obviously, or not obviously, but my controller. This controller was on my Amazon wish list. And a previous controller was on a wish list as well. And that stuff is, obviously doesn't contribute to the other... It only contributes to the gaming streams. It doesn't contribute at all to the building streams. Because I don't need a game controller for that, as you're well aware. But yeah, I made that decision a long time ago that bonus stuff isn't your money. Your money goes towards model kits because that is primarily what people are here to see me do is build model kits and Lego sets and the like. So I don't mess around with other stuff that way. I probably could. I especially could have in the quote unquote good periods, because there were, oops, I fell all the way down there. There were times where, we were getting a lot of people, joining on, subscribing and all that. Raise, scissor, lift. There we go. Try to get back up there. Okay, can I make this? I did, yeah. Can I get up here, though? This one's actually... Getting up here is the harder one. Yeah, I can't actually do that, huh? Alright, let's see if I can find the ladder. Can I touch the ladder? Can I pick up the ladder? I can. I can pick up the ladder. I can put the ladder there. And then I can climb up the ladder to get back up here. Great. But yeah, so right now anyway, like this game, this is just my own money. If I don't get a code for Jackbox 11, that'll be my own money. I'm going to try to get a code for it. WW 2K25 was my own money. And you should just always assume that unless I include, code gifted but not sponsored or something like that. Like WW 2K23, I want to say, was a gift from a friend. It wasn't a code from anybody, but that was a gift. But yeah, if I get games bought for me, I usually will include that. Damn, I fell. We'll just do this here. But yeah. I try to, at the very least, let people know if I've been given a code for things, because that's... And in the lean months, in the months where I don't have the disposable income to buy games, you will see a lot more of ROMs, games that I have bought in the past, of course, and are just using my local ROM copy of. You know, suddenly I'm doing more Pokemon. Actually, that's a thing I should probably do next month, because it's been a hot minute. Either next month or in December, I will go back to Pokemon. Heart Gold, I want to say. It's been a hot minute. I don't remember what we were doing in it. I'll have to go and find the previous video and find my... because I got in the habit of the end of the previous video saying, like, in the VOD, like, all right, Pat, this is what you're going to be doing when you come back to this in a couple months. Because those, I don't do it all in my own time. I'm just doing it on stream, so... The randomizer. So that would be good for me to take a look at what I'm doing there and come back. But yeah, I should do that. Maybe December. I don't expect to be buying too many games. Although, like I said, I'll buy Jackbox if I don't get a code for it. But right now, I'm not, like, thinking about too many games that I, buying anyway, that I haven't already. I haven't streamed Hades 2 at all, and I'm like, maybe I'll stream Hades 2. I'm just fucking so bad at Hades 2 that I've just kind of picking at it and putting it down for a while and then getting back to it. It's one of my favorite games of the year, no question, but I'm just garbage at it. Alessandra says, I was reminded of the 404ing you used to do the other day. If you don't mind asking, is it something you just decided to retire? So, Lysandus, the short answer is, yeah. I was doing it at conventions, right? And for a while, that was the only thing I did at conventions was that. And then I started helping out with League of Heels, the wrestling show, right? And that was a lot of work, but it was fine. I could do that work and do both of them. And then I started doing improvised post-mortem. And the thing I discovered was that 404ing it was so much fucking work that I was like, I still like doing it, but it was so much work compared to improvised post-mortem, which was just like, come up with a few funny ideas and invite people to join me on the panel. 404ing it required a lot of prep work on my part for my stuff, and then also, here's the real thing. I'll jump in. Like saying the real thing was, yeah, I had to give people homework. Now, asking Alex Navarro, hey Alex, can you send me a couple videos that you would like to share with people? No problem. Alex would bookmark things in case I had asked him, because it had been a while. He had like stuff ready to go. Often Alex would send me too much stuff and I have to go, okay, let's do this. But some people, I would say, hey, I do the show. Here's the idea. Here's what I would like for you to send me. And they would go, fuck, Pat, I don't know. And sometimes they would send me stuff when they were already at the convention, which meant I had to then get good internet access to like rip the videos and put it together for the panel while I was like, on certain occasions, I would be working the League of Heels booth because we got a table. It wasn't a full booth. We got a table a couple times. And then I would have to be working on it. 1 year, I didn't have a table to worry about, but all three of my guests sent me stuff while I was on the train to PAX. And so, yeah. And one of the things I like to do was, I don't want to say I did this all the time. So please don't think I did this all the time. But I would like to review the videos that my friends sent me, my guests sent me, so that I could, not necessarily come up with jokes, but like figure out what I was going to say a little bit, or like what my take would be. Or also, sometimes people would send me stuff and I would go, I know you find this funny, but my audience will be bummed out about this. You know what I mean? Like that, and I think that changed over time as I got older, or as I started to understand my live audience better. There'd be times where it was like, actually, this is kind of fucking mean, or we've looked at something very similar to this, like, you know, earlier this year. And so I couldn't really do that when they were sending me the only thing they could think of. Hey, Jushin, thank you for subscribing at tier 1. I appreciate that very much. We can throw the Bear Cave Lego site tier 2 blue emote in chat. And thank Jushin very much for that. In order to do that, I need to do this, which I hate. I have to do this because borderless window isn't working. So I have to do that, which is annoying, but it's not the end of the world. So I'll just throw the emotes in the chat. But thank you very much, Jushin. I appreciate you. Lord Crash says, Hades 2, kind of been the odd game out of what I've been playing since it launched. Yeah, Lord Crash said, I really do enjoy the game, but I have taken plenty of time apart from it because I just have not found my groove with it. And then other things came out that I want to play, you know? So I just I've been chipping away at it, but it hasn't like taken over my life. But I think, Lysanis, I hope that answered your question. The other thing that happened was I found another show that required homework, but it was way easier homework, which was Pat Bear's Anime Club live. Now, I'd been doing Pat Bear's Anime Club as a YouTube show for a while, and one of my big PAX regrets is I didn't start doing it live until 2019. 2020. No, 2019, because I did it twice. It was one of the last PAXs before the pandemic that I did one, and I was like, fuck, I should have been doing this for years. Because two things. One, my homework for my guests was just, hey, tell me like 2 or 3 anime that you would like to recommend on my panel. That's very easy. They didn't have to come up with videos. They didn't have to come up with a topic. They just had to like name 3 anime that they would passionately be able to talk about on the panel. And then I found photos or video clips if I wanted to do that and put together a PowerPoint very quickly. And then on the one part, I was inviting guests that didn't really do my other stuff because improvised post-mortem requires like people to think they have to be funny, and so some people didn't want to do that, but they could talk about anime and jump in and give their opinions on other people's recommendations. And the thing that I learned that is a lesson I should have learned years before, people who didn't know me and didn't know my panelists looked at Anime Club yelling about the shows we love. They looked at the title. They're like, I don't know who Pat Bear is, but this is a PAX panel about anime, so I'm going to go to that. Because we sold out the first year full of people who didn't know who we were at all. They were just happy to go to a panel about anime that seemed to not be making fun of anime. I mean, we did make fun of some stuff, but we didn't make fun of the concept of anime. So we had like a huge crowd, and I've only done it live once, and I did it, so it was 2020 I did live. And then I did the PAX, I did 2 versions of it for the like digital PAX, and then the one like PAX Prime or West or something that was digital. So I did like 2 online only versions. But I haven't done Pat Bear's Anime Club at Unplugged, which is the only PAX I've done since then. And I definitely want to do that again. Someday I'll do a PAX again, and when I do, I'll do Pat Bear's Anime Club. We got a new job. So we do have a new job. We hit 40%, and they did unlock a new job. So if we were sick of this, we could go and do that. We could do a big billboard if we wanted to, which I don't think we'll do here. We might do one the next time I stream the game. We might do a big billboard. But we'll just hang out here for now. But anyway, yeah, 404ing it was a number of reasons why I didn't do it anymore. One was, the biggest one was it was homework. And a little bit was maybe over the years, the internet became a little less fun and it became a little harder to find good, weird shit, as like people that I would like get ideas from kind of got off the internet. That's a part of it. But I think the biggest thing was it was just like hard to book guests when I had to tell them they had like a lot of work to do. Eventually, I bet, yeah, the internet sucks now. Yes, indeed. I bet that eventually it would have been harder for me to find people to talk about anime who hadn't done the show before. But I bet everyone I asked to do it would do it again. I mean, the big problem of going back to PAX is that I haven't been to PAX in a while, and I don't know what's fucking hot at PAX is. Like, I know some stuff, but it would be hard to get, like, people that I like. Yes, having potential deal with AI shit. Yeah. Yeah, it would be hard to, like, be like, I found this cool thing, and then be like, and I had to, like, do my research to find out that it wasn't generative AI and wasn't, like, bad for the environment and awful for the environment, I should say, and like is like stealing from something that I didn't know was cool that was out there that I'm now learning about. Yeah, it was definitely like tough. If I went back to PAX, I mean, look, if I went back to PAX, they would want me to do they would want me to do League of Heels. And that would be very hard to do because the number of people that we love that don't do PAX anymore, I could maybe get like, look, I can probably get like 2 or 3 of them to come and do it. Like if we did PAX East, Rich would probably come. Like I think if we did like PAX West, maybe I could get some San Francisco folks to come up. Like maybe Giant Bomb is now in a position where like it's like a East is maybe a thing that there's enough people that would do it because they are now in the like remind people you exist phase of Giant Bomb East. So like, hey, we're now like doing that. So like maybe I could get some people to agree to be there. But I would, if I did another PAX, I would do improvised postmortem because that is very easy for me to do, and it's just coming up with funny titles and then improvising with my friends, and especially the group version that I started doing at PAX Unplugged, where it's just like 4 people being funny for the whole hour instead of putting people on the spot. I would just do that version again. That version out of necessity. The necessity version was so fun. I would definitely just do that. And I would do I would do some fun goofs with Pat Bear's Anime Club Live. Juicin says I want to see you cook again. So I don't know if you mean like literally like that the Easy Bake Oven panel that I guested on, which I would definitely do again in a heartbeat. Or if you just mean like turn of phrase cook. Oh yeah, the Easy Bake. Yes. If that panel exists and they invited me back, I would do it in a heartbeat. That's how I met. I met a couple very cool people at that, and it was very fun to do. And my deadpans. I was playing a bit for the camera in that panel, but I also legitimately and honestly thought I did better than I got scored for. I do think I did better, and then I was indeed playing it up. But I think my score was poor, considering what I made compared to what other people made. My decorations were not good, and I'll admit that. But I would do that panel again. That panel was fun. I just want to do jokes with my friends. I want to do goofs with Jeff. I want to do fun stuff with Alex. I want to like do more shit with Harris. God, Harris is so fucking funny. I didn't get to do enough cool shit with Harris because I didn't know who he was for a couple PAXs that he went to. And so like, I want to do more fun stuff. I want to do that goddamn Hidden Gems panel again. That panel rules. That Hidden Gems panel is fucking awesome. If that's at a PAX if you're going to a PAX or you're watching some footage and you see the Hidden Gems panel, you should do it. Dylan's panel, that rules. There's two reasons why that panel rules. The number one reason is the obvious one. You go there and they tell you about cool games that are at PAX. And so you don't have to like look online or like wander around aimlessly to find something. Oh, that can be cool. You're going to leave that panel and you're going to go, oh shit, I need to check this, this, and this, and this. And you'll find something that you think is rad. That's the number one reason. The secondary reason is it forced me to go and play demos, which I would usually leave till like Sunday. But because I had that panel, I had to get out there and like try stuff so I could recommend things. And that's awesome for me. So it was just like it forced me to like go to the show floor when I wouldn't normally go on a Friday or a Thursday. Like the first day. Because I needed stuff to talk about at that panel. But yeah, if you see Hidden Gems on the calendar for a PAX, you should go and play, go and see that. Or watch the VOD or whatever. Because it rules. God. I'm not going to Unplugged. There is not there. The first year that I went to Unplugged after moving to South Carolina, I went because there was a very unbelievably cheap flight from my local airport to Philadelphia. The next year, that flight didn't exist, but I got sponsored in order to go, and they took care of my flight. And I don't know if they would do that again. But it was also a pain in the ass to get that taken care of because I had to pay for the flight and to get reimbursed, and I fucking needed that money. God damn, I needed that money to get reimbursed faster than I did, and it was kind of a pain in the ass. So basically, I need another cheap airline to run a cheap flight to Philly. So I'm not going this year, but I could see myself going to PAX Unplugged in the future. And I think that's probably the most likely PAX for me to attend because it is a smaller con. There are a lot of risks with going to a convention, as you all are well aware. There are a lot of risks involved in that. And I have never had COVID. I'm going to knock on some wood here. I never want to get it, not just for myself, selfishly for myself, but also because I live with someone who is immunocompromised. And that would be awful. So, yeah. I would also have to, not only would I have to save up money to go to a convention, I would need to get the latest booster I could get, which I would be paying out of pocket. Because I am not up to date on my boosters. My last vaccine was last year because I had to pay out of pocket. And so I have not gotten this year's because I would have to pay out of pocket. My parents, though, are who I live with, and one of whom is immunocompromised, they are both up to date, which is great. They did not get COVID when we went to Connecticut, which I'm very happy about. When I flew back from Connecticut, I did wear a mask in the airport and on the plane. And I did test myself while they were out. I did test myself to make sure that I didn't have COVID, and I have continued to test, or I did continue to test there to make sure that I didn't have COVID while before my parents arrived. Because if I had to isolate myself, I would have. But I wanted to make sure that I didn't get it. Because, like I said, haven't had it. So yeah, so that does that. So like, if I was going to a convention, any convention, not just PAX, if I was going to any convention, I would have to also save up money for a booster and get up to most up to date possible. We've done 56% of this job, and it does not feel like we have. But it's 11. It also doesn't feel like 11 p.m. Eastern time. So I'll exit out of this game here. I think I have to go to this and then hit quit. Yeah, okay, I got to go to that and then quit. I'll quit the game. So I'll finish that job on my own time, and then the next time I play this game, we'll check out some other stages. Hopefully I'll have some plenty of jobs available, or we'll have some quick and easy jobs, and I'll hopefully, by the next time I stream this game, have some more gear to show off. Either some better power washers or some nozzles or whatever, some upgrades. I'll probably upgrade fully the... because it's just one more thing. I'll upgrade fully the floor washer, because that's a fun piece of gear, and it's nice to have new gear. But we are not done here. Even though the stream is coming to an end, we've got to raid. That is an essential for us to do, because we've got to move the party along. And don't worry, I always, these are all people I know, and so it should be a fun time to go hang out with them. Although it seems like not a lot of people that I know and love are streaming right now. Also see the raid. Yes, also see the raid. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it doesn't seem like people I know are out there doing streams. So, when in doubt, when I don't know what we're going to watch, we can always count on Giant Bomb Forever. Watch some old Giant Bomb stuff. And, statistically unlikely as it is, there's always a chance that it will be something that I'm in. It's happened. We've only one time have we raided Giant Bomb Forever, and it's been something that I appeared in. That's only happened once. But right now, looks like we got Abby making stuff in the Wii, making some Miis in the Wii. So that's fun, and that rhymes. So we'll go raid Abby. That's a good time. Or we'll go raid Giant Bomb Forever, which featuring Abby. But thanks everybody for being here. I hope you have a great rest of your night. Hope you come along on this raid. It'll be fun. Come back on Thursday. It's a very special Halloween episode of the old BWB Bear Workshop, where I am going to be doing a Halloween themed Lego. So that's fun. Yes, go Jays. Go Birds. In this case, the Blue Jays. And Dodgers, have a good time. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, we're going to go raid. Come back on Thursday. It'll be Halloween-themed Lego. That'll be fun. I might have cat ears on. The cat ears don't and my background mover hate each other, but I might do it. I don't know. We'll see. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.